This tutorial will help you create and edit cues. It is important to note that this tutorial is only applicable to those with a paid collaborator account. If you have an unpaid observer account, please head to that tutorial for further information. Before you begin adding cues to your script, you must pick an active layer. This is nothing more than your default layer for the cues and text you create. It can be any layer for which you have edit permissions. Go to the Layer menu and click on the box below the words Active Layer. All available layers will show in the menu, and you can choose whichever one you like. If a layer is hidden from view, you won't be able to choose it as your active layer. So if you can't find the layer you are looking for, be sure to check above to see whether it is hidden or not. When you create a cue, you will have the option to change the layer directly on the cue, so picking the proper active layer is nothing more than a time-saving convenience. Also in the menu under Layers, there is a sub-menu for Properties. In this menu, you can choose a default cue marker of either a resizable box or a small point. We will start with the resizable box. You can also choose the attributes you want to see with each cue. You can add space for a label, description, notes, etc. Many of these options are relevant to the information utilized by lighting and sound consoles and may not be important to you. If that is the case, just leave them unchecked and you won't see a space for that item inside your cue. Now, back to the script to start adding cues. All you have to do to drop a cue into your script is double-click anywhere on the PDF. Since we have chosen the resizable box option, a box will appear with a line that will connect to your cue on the right. If you click on the center of the box, you will be able to move the cue anywhere on the page. Once you move the cue, you can resize it as necessary to fit the new associated word. Resize the box by clicking on any side and dragging it to expand or contract the shape. Once you have placed the cue, you can move to the right side of your screen to add the information associated with that cue. Your cue automatically takes on the title of the layer, but if you click in the box, you can add any further information, like a number or additional text. Be sure to hit Enter after making any change, or it won't save when you change pages. You can also modify the cue once it has been created, by clicking on the color box on the left. From this menu, you can change the cue layer, move the cue to another page, or switch the cue marker to small point, or vice versa. If you click on the expansion arrow, you will see a place to enter any text information you like about the cue. Depending on what attributes you have chosen from the cue menu, this could include labels, descriptions, or notes, as well as times or other details specific to your lighting and sound consoles. When you click the expansion arrow, you will also notice the delete icon in the upper right-hand corner. This will delete the cue and all associated information. The other option you have is to add a text note to the script. To do this, simply right-click anywhere on your PDF. You will see the words Enter Text appear on your page. If you click on the text, you can write your note. You will also see 3 icons appear on the left of your note. The top one will allow you to move the text box. You can also resize the text box by clicking on the bottom right handle and dragging the box to the size you prefer. The middle one will allow you to modify the text, and the bottom one will delete this text. When you click on the Modify Text icon, you will have the opportunity to change the text layer, move the text to a different page, as well as adjust the text font size and color. Just click Done when you are ready to return to the script. It is important to note that if you don't see the Enter Text message when you right-click on the PDF, make sure that in the Layer menu the Show Text option is selected. If the text is hidden in the Layer menu, it will not appear on the script. That should cover cue and text creation. Click on any of our other tutorials for additional information about Cuelist. Thanks for watching.